just flew home from Fort Myers. It's the end of our trip. I just want to add a couple more thoughts and feelings on what it's like to fly during the pandemic. So the actual flying through Southwest is easy. They're now calling you groups of 10. That makes it a lot easier. So it's not a mad call like it was back in May. So the actual flight, I feel pretty safe. The before and after, not so much. Walking around the airport, 99% of the people are wearing masks, but no one really observes social distancing. So if you're like really worried about COVID, I would not suggest flying. But I mean, of course I'm worried about COVID. No, I don't want to get it, but I just still want to travel, so I'm willing to take that risk for me. But if you're not willing to take the risk, don't think travel is 100% safe, especially when you get your luggage. They have social distancing signs everywhere. They have markers on the ground when you get your luggage telling you where to stand. No one pays any attention. No one listens. Like, I definitely had people brush up against me when we're grabbing our luggage. So yeah, they're all wearing masks, but you still need a social distance. So if you are concerned for your health or COVID, I don't suggest flying. But if you're willing to take the risk, and I do think it is a low risk, I'm not afraid of flying. I just get irritated with other people's lack of social distancing. It just, I didn't notice that in May. So I think it being August, I think we're all just fed up of the whole hermit mode, COVID, or you just get sucked in your lives and you forget to pay attention to your surroundings. And everyone should pay attention to their surroundings and be respectful of other travelers. So, you got anything to add to that, Robert? He feels the same way. He's definitely upset by the people's lack of social distancing. And then, the other thing about mask wearing is, like, majority of people are definitely only wearing masks because they're told to, because as soon as no one's watching, and I'm watching, they're pulling down their masks. If they think they can get away with it, they're pulling down their masks. So, it's just...
Well, we had to move from a spot.
Yeah. So today, this woman... So, if you're sitting in an airport, you have seats that are like back to back, and so I know about social distancing, so if someone is sitting in that one row, I'll skip a row. And I definitely wouldn't want someone to sit right behind me on the row behind me that's back to back, because you're basically 1 inch away from me. And I'm surprised by how many times people sit in that seat and we have to get up and move. And so a lady did this and she kept coughing and coughing. Well, Robert noticed she wasn't wearing a mask, and the employee was too busy helping someone else to notice that this woman wasn't wearing a mask. Someone must have said something because she was wearing her mask later. But for one, she shouldn't have sat directly behind me, and two, she should have been wearing her mask, especially because she sat directly behind me. So we did get up and move and sit in a far off corner where there was no one around. So that's the thing. If you're worried, you have to social distance yourself, because don't expect that anyone around you is going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though we were there first and people should have social distanced around us, they didn't. They were way too close, so we got up and moved. I'm not going to, point out to people, I could have been like, hey, 6 feet, but I didn't mess with it. I just got up and moved. I didn't feel like getting in a fight or being on someone else's YouTube channel. So we just got up and moved. But I just was surprised by the lack of courtesy. I didn't notice in May. Everyone was super courteous in May. This time in August, they weren't. But again, I think it's just as time wears on, people get lax, people get tired of being told what to do. But you know what? Someone said, we're all in this together. I agree, we're all in this together. And you do have to be respectful of everyone around you. Whether you agree with the mask wearing or not, you got to be respectful of other people. So that's all I'm going to say about traveling. Guess what? I'm still flying in September, and I'm pretty sure we're still flying in November and December. So we're still going to travel. I feel safe with Southwest. I don't know how they can make the baggage claim better. I really don't. Because unless they build a whole new...
Not here, they can't.
Not here. Well, each airport is different.
Yeah, this city sucks as far as the
so the Fort Myers airport baggage, there was like 20 carousels. Orlando has like 20 carousels.
Yeah.
plenty of space. St. Louis, two carousels with 4 flights arriving at the same time. Imagine that, 4 flights arriving, 2 carousels, actually 1 carousel is 4 flights, and then the second carousel right next to that is 3 flights. So basically it was 7 flights in this small room. There's no way to social distance. You know, or you can try, it ain't gonna work out. It just was, get your bags and run, basically, because I don't want to be around those people. You know, we just hurt. Luckily our bags came awfully quick, but definitely St. Louis is not the best baggage claim. Orlando was we flew into Fort Myers. I really like Fort Myers Airport. Oh, and that's the other thing I wanted to say. Back in May, my May video, I complained about how they shut down TSA pre-check. Well, it was back up. Maybe it was due to staffing, but it's back up. They had TSA pre-check in Fort Myers. Actually, the lady in front of us got pushed to a side because she wasn't pre-checked. I think she was a little irritated, but I'm sorry, lady. Just doing what the TSA people tell us. So we did get pre-checked here in St. Louis and in Fort Myers, so that was nice. It definitely saves time. Not that you would think, not that it's needed because it's not as crowded during normal life, but it was still pretty busy. People definitely, there's still people traveling. Don't think you're going to be the only one on a plane. There still was 92 people on our plane for a plane that holds, I don't know, I can't remember, 150. So there are still people flying. That's what I'm saying. If you are worried at all, I don't recommend flying. You're not having your own private plane. People are still traveling. They're all wearing masks. They just kind of get a little too close for comfort sometimes. So anyway, that's my thoughts on feelings on the whole traveling. And yeah, thanks for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and we will see you later.